the therapist, and I'm doing really, really well with my exercises, right, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
And she gave me some harder ones to do.
What she made her get?
She went to go print it out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'll be able to do those? I've never been able to stand on one leg, even as a child. How am I going to stand on one leg for 30 seconds? Help!
Now that you're old.
Help me, help me. So we're leaving Kaiser right now, guys. And the visit went well because I've been doing my exercises, and so I show a lot of improvement. And she gave me some advanced ones to do, and then I'll see her in 2 weeks, and then after that I have to just continue doing them for like 3 to 4 months. It's 11:30 Tuesday, and Joe and I got into work a little bit late today because we had to go pick up a roll of shrink wrap. And when I got in, I played a message and realized that I totally forgot to tell Joe that he had a dental appointment today for the dentist up front. And so he got there like 10 minutes late, but it didn't matter. He still saw him. So we're trying to decide if we're going to sneak away and go eat lunch at Hometown Buffet or something. And we say sneak away because whenever we tell those kids, especially Joshua, that we went somewhere to eat lunch, he's like, "Oh, you didn't invite me." Joshua's such a moocher, you guys. So I got a call just now from a potential new customer, and he wants us to run like 170,000 jars, 2 colors immediately. And so I told him that's going to take a couple of months to get done because the jars can't be done on an automatic machine. It has to be done on a semi-automatic machine, which is the one Joe uses to do those half-ounce bottles. And you guys know it takes anywhere from 25 days to a month for us to run 1 color on those half-ounce bottles. So I can just imagine how much longer it's going to take to do the jars. It might be more than the 2 months because actually, Joe, how many bottles do you do a day? 10 to 12,000 bottles a day on that? He won't be able to do anywhere near that much a day with jars. Jars are so sickening to do. So it's one of those orders that I hope doesn't come. Does that sound bad? I mean, I'm not lazy and I could use the work, but if they're gonna put me on the rush to do jars, I'd almost prefer not to take it because jars are so precise, and then they have sometimes where it's double walled where the insides come out, then you have to put it back together, then I have to stay on the end to catch it. I'm vlogging, how are you gonna tell me to get up off my chair? This is where the good lighting is. Then I have to stay at the end to catch it so they don't fall, and they can, you know, they won't break, but they'll chip on the paint, and oh no, Jesus, please send me something easy. It's easy street. So Joe's telling me to move from the computer because I'm just vlogging and he wants to be on the computer. How gosh. Everybody liked you on the last vlog. They like your freshness. You have to upstart, that's our problem. You have to upstart. Tell them a little bit about you, baby. Tell my viewers a little bit more about yourself.
About myself?
Yeah.
What there's to tell about myself?
What do we need to do about Mr. Fix-It, Joe? What's your favorite color?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Do you know your favorite color? Because I don't know mine. What's your favorite color? Blue? Why blue? Why blue?
Remind me of the ocean.
Huh?
Remind me of the ocean.
Didn't Dr. Mike said that God's favorite color is blue?
Yeah.
And he has a whole book on it, like why he believes that. I should buy that book. Okay, so what do you love to eat? What's your favorite meal?
Shrimp.
He couldn't even say it. Shrimp.
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Shrimp. I thought you loved lobster. You like shrimp more? You know what? You like seafood on a whole, right?
I gotta stick with shrimp. Lobster is too expensive.
I didn't ask you. See? You see? I didn't ask you what you could afford to eat. I said, what do you like to eat?
Okay.
So go on. Seafood. We're going to keep it at seafood because you like crab, you like crayfish, you like lobster. Oh my goodness. When Joe is depressed, I just have to go buy him fish or some type of seafood, and he's happy when I make that, right?
Right.
Okay. What would you be doing if you weren't doing bottle printing?
Me? Singing.
Singing. Awesome. Why did you get into bottle printing?
Because that's the first thing I ever, when I first come to America, it's the first thing I get introduced to.
That you got introduced to it when you got here? Did you know how to print before? I mean, I know the answers to these questions, but our viewers don't know.
Before? No.
How did you learn?
Well, we used to send the bottle out. I used to work at a Spawn chemical company, and before we started printing, we used to send the bottle out to get printed. And so, but sometime we wanted right away and take too long, so the boss decided he's going to get a machine and start to do his own printing.
How old were you at this time?
21.
21, okay.
21. And so it was me, another guy from Belize, and the boss' son. And he said, well, one of you guys got to learn how to do the printing. The Lois, the guy from Belize, said, not me. The son said, not me. So the boss.
You guys were all around the same age?
Yeah. The boss looked at me and said, well, I guess you got to do it. I said, well, I'm going to try. And that's the way I get it.
Did you just like tinker with the machine at first? Did somebody come teach you?
Well, they come and teach you for the first, I would say, 3 days.
Oh, I thought it was 2 weeks.
No, 3 days. And after that, I'm on my own. You show me the basic and I take.
So it's kind of like, I mean, I know it's more intense, but it's kind of like trying to learn one of these high-tech sewing machines and somebody just show you a few things for 3 days and after that you left on your own, right? Kind of like that?
Right.
But even more intense because you can lose your arm in the machine, right?
It take me a while. It take me a good year before I could really get and say, well, I'll get easy with it and get comfortable with it. And after that, it was history.
Well, how did you decide to become self-employed in this line of work? I know you were doing it for your living. And take me through what happened.
I did for a living for 23 years, and the company decided that California get too expensive.
Yeah, thank you for sitting because my arm's hurting.
California get too expensive, and decided they're gonna move to Atlanta, Georgia, and so they lay off everybody. And
it wasn't Atlanta.
it was Atlanta.
No, another Alpharetta.
It was Alpharetta, Georgia.
So I was gonna live in Alpharetta, Georgia, if you went with them.
They wanted me to go, but I decided, you know what? I don't want to make.
Well, the thing is, they didn't want you. They didn't want you to go with them. They wanted you to be hired by who was going to do their printing.
Right. And I said, you know what? Nah, I ain't gonna do that. It was scary, but that's the way life.
I remember when it happened, when you got laid off, because you had been working at that company since 1980, and when you got laid off, you were so scared. I saw fear overtake you, and it scared me because I had never seen fear in you before.
You got. I mean, regardless. I mean, I don't care who you are. I mean, that's your. You're living and it just pull from underneath you like that. It's hard. You gotta think, well, we're gonna start up again. So we.
So why did you decide to? Why did you not go seek employment elsewhere and decided to open your own business?
Well, because if I go work for somebody, I'm not going to make the money I used to make. I go have to start all over again in a sense. So I decided, well, why not try it for myself? And then you and my brother get together while I was at work at the time and get the place, get the building going and all that. And the day I get laid off,
that was Good Friday.
Right.
The last day was Good Friday that year, 2002.
And then Monday?
Yeah, by that Monday.
By that Monday, we opened this business, and ever since.
And when we opened the business, did we have customers?
Nope.
So that was a leap of faith, don't you think?
Yeah. You guys just gotta trust in God. And
how did you get the first customer?
I get the first customer through a
bottle maker.
A bottle maker that we used to buy bottle when I used to work for the next company. And so I tell him what I was going to do, and so he sent me every time I get started, showed him up. So that's what I did, and he gave me the first customer, and we went from there.
And the first customer was who?
It was Z-Best.
No, I don't think it was them.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Z-Best was the second customer. They came the same week though.
It was
Lucas Oil.
Lucas Oil, but it's not coming from Lucas Oil itself. Coming
it was
from
through
broker.
an aggregate, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the first.
And that was a pain, right?
That was a pain in the butt.
I remember we worked for that guy for a year, and he was paying us 3 cents a pass to print the bottles, 2 colors, and we had to put the sticker on the neck of the bottle for free. And I remember that's when I started having neck issues, because all day long we sat down and just put stickers on. And he would come help put the stickers on too, but he was horrible to deal with, right? And I remember one time I went to Food for Less and went inside the store, and then you took a phone call outside, and I came back out and you were screaming at the top of your lungs, firing that guy. And that time we only had that guy and Z-Best. Right? And Z-Best was smaller. They only came for 50,000 pieces a year. This guy was bringing a good 100,000 pieces a month, right? Right? And you fired him on the spot, right? Why did you do that?
Wow.
What I mean, what got? I know he was really
because
horrible.
he's a user, and he want to tell you what come to his mouth, and because he's the only customer. He want to do you what he want to do you, and you're supposed to shut up because, hey, I'm your breadwinner right now, so shut up. No, I couldn't take it no more.
Homie, don't play that, huh?
You could take your stuff and go. I'll survive. I'm God's child, so he see me through.
So, take that phone call. Right, so before that phone call from the prophet, that stupid phone call that you get every day, when did you sign up for that man and his foolishness, Joe? Anyways, where were we in the questioning? So what advice would you give anybody that's watching the vlogs right now that is contemplating getting into business for themselves? Do you have anything right? I mean, I know I put you on the spot. You didn't have time to think of the answer, but what advice would you give them?
Getting into a business for yourself, it's bad and it's good in a sense. I mean,
can you move your hand from your mouth?
You got more time to do things for yourself, getting into business for yourself. But at the same time, it's, how would I want to put it?
You're tied to the business. You're tied to the business, especially if it's retail or a restaurant. You have to physically be there.
You're tied to the business, yeah.
So would you advise that they take the route of residual income better?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then for residual income, it's either network marketing or it's singing or acting or something where you get paid every time the thing is shown. So all in all, what's the if people don't want to do the residual income thing, because it's kind of hard to get into those things, would you advise what would be, because you sell a service, right? You sell a service, so what would you advise for people to do on a whole as a business for themselves?
Well, always try to sell something, because this world is about selling, so I always try to sell something.
So if it's not a service, sell goods?
Sell goods or whatever, but, sell something.
And don't sell yourself though, right?
Well, if the money is right, yeah.
I meant that to be like a little shade joke, but I'm saying on a whole you do have to sell yourself, right? Because you have to present yourself to the customers.
Yep. So, and so far I'm here, what, 13
years?
13 years
February
so
made 13 years. Okay, what about
yeah, no, you got this ups and downs, so that's the way business goes. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. So
would you say that this is something you could do by yourself, or was my support vital to you?
I couldn't do this by myself.
I know you can't print by yourself because you need somebody to check whatever, but I'm saying on a whole mentally, the support has been vital to you?
Yep.
I know that I'm the one that supports you, but the children support me because we've been doing this since Jada was 5 and Joshua was 11. No, Joshua was 13 and Jory was 11. And now they're 26, almost 24, and almost 20. So we've been at this a while, right? Right. Anything else you want your viewers to know? Just share another. This is a little bit about Joe today.
That's about it.
Really? That's it? You're done? Nothing interesting? You don't like to party? Do you like to party?
I used to one time. I'm getting too old for that now.
Everybody was laughing when you said that comment in there about sleeping with the worker or whatever, because they saw that the funny side of you. But what they don't know about you, tell them. Tell them what you are at a party.
I'm the life of the party.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're a social butterfly, and I'm the one that just gets quiet. I don't know why I do that. I just want to watch everything that's going on and monitor. I think I'm nosy. That's why I'm nosy.
You're the one supposed to be the social butterfly. Not me.
Okay, Joe, are we going or not? Are we skipping out on this lunch? We're gonna go home and make do? Huh?
Sure.
You wanna go to hometown? I hope they have meatloaf. I feel for some meatloaf and some veggies.
I never want the barbecue again right now.
I'm okay with it because I don't have sauce on my stuff. But if they have meatloaf, I'd be happy. Yeah! Came over to Hometown Buffet, and as we pulled into the driveway, I told Joe, I'm not really feeling it. I feel so good today in my body that I don't want to go eat food that's laced with MSG and then feel kind of crummy, and I want to go to the gym. And so I told him we have enough food left over at home that we can change it into something else. We don't have to eat it as barbecue. We could chop it up and make some type of a salad or a taco or something. And I would much prefer that because I know that food doesn't have any MSG in it. and he was game. I was so glad, because we just need to eat something. It doesn't have to be an event. See how the things close up, guys? See? They're all closed now. They don't like the heat. They're like Joe. Don't like the heat at all, huh? So let's go in and make this lunch, baby. Hey guys, so it's Wednesday afternoon. I was able to take the day off from the shop because Joe is just waiting for them to come pick up those pallets, and he's also waiting for a small delivery to come. And he told them that he's not going to be there past 3 o'clock, because if you don't control those truck drivers, they will leave you for the last person on the list for the day, and they will come like 5, and then they'll call you from the packed freeway and say, can you wait for me, I'm running late, and then get there at 6. And they feel like they can do that because we're a small mom and pop company, and the big companies have a set time in which they do shipping and receiving, and they feel like they can more not so much jerk you around, because some of them are not trying to jerk you around, but they leave you the last thing on the list because they know that you'll give them some leeway. And Joe's not about that life right now. He wants to come home to go to the gym while we have this little minor break between when we start the next job. And we also set up a set time for shipping and receiving between 11 and 1, but we do work with truck drivers because we know what they go through. Yasika, I want to just give you a shout out. I want to celebrate you right now. I know that you watch the vlogs often, but you don't comment often, but when you do comment, it's always worthwhile, and I always receive it, and I receive it as a blessing. So I'd like to ask you guys who are watching the vlogs, if you don't mind, would you share a little bit more information about yourself with me? Please don't share anything that is meant to be private. Like, for instance, if you live in a big city, like if you live like in Chicago, Illinois, or Brooklyn, New York, or something like that, you can go ahead and tell me that. But if you live like in Globe, Arizona, you don't want to go ahead and tell me that, okay? Because I don't want you guys to get stalked, okay? I'm always about protecting our safety. Tell me your age range. If you don't want to tell me your age, tell me if you're male or female. If you'd like to tell me your real name, if you're using a username. Italian Girl 30. Abel, thank you for telling me your real name. If you want me to use it here at the vlog, let me know. If not, I'll always address you as Italian Girl 30 Abel, okay? Thank you for revealing who you are to me on Facebook. I always love to put the face with the name so I know who I'm talking with. And so if you guys want to just give me a little bit more info about yourself, it would be cool, because I keep track of that stuff, you know, so that I can wish you guys happy birthday, and I can, you know, know what's going on in your lives, just like how you guys are sharing with me what's going on in my life.
This?
Yeah. See?
It's a little squished up because the monitor's wide, so.
And plus the angle that I'm holding it at too.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, Josh. He's so good at drawing the clothes. You should be a clothing designer.
That'd be cool.
I know, huh? Okay, well, when you have more to show us, tell me.
Oh man, this one reclines easy.
That looks good though. How much of that?
120 something? This one reclines real easy.
That looks nice, Josh. I'm gonna keep that one that you have at the house though. Anything gold, I'm taking it back to Costco, even if it's 3 years from now.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards this guy. Not because of, well, price helps, but I don't mind these being hard because I'm used to it from the other chair because all the padding's gone. So that doesn't bug me.
I like this one better, but then you might start reclining and break that.
Or fall. That one reclines way back.
Happy Monday morning, Joel.
Happy Monday morning to you.
These fools are up here, and I'm down here sweating like a pig. And there's a freaking beetle.
Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other channels right here to the right of your screen, the cooking channel, the product review channel, and Joe's channel. The links are in the description box.